Back at CollectCo for tonight's Facebook record sale part 2. And I'm going to get my feed pulled up. Guess what we're going to do tonight? We're going to go through records. Who's going to be first comment? Carlene. Uh-oh. I wonder if Craig's fell asleep on us. Hopefully not. Zachary Franklin. Jeff McIntosh. Jeff McIntosh, you were the last comment. My comments are still pulled up from part 1 on my monitor. You were the last comment for part 1. You were almost the first comment for part 2. That means you're a faithful viewer. I got to pull out a couple things. So when we ended the feed, we had a couple offers on the table. George Somers was wanting a couple deals. I have not looked at any of that. Me, Tanner, and Ed has been talking. And I've been eating my Subway leftovers. So I've got their Ahmad Jamal's, George Somers, and all of y'all. There's your records you're curious about. So I'm going to lay those right over here. Actually, I'm going to put them, where am I going to put these? Somewhere I don't lose them. I'm going to lay them right there for a second. All right. Welcome back. We're probably going to be live. We've been going to about 11 o'clock, especially on a Friday night. Maybe more people hop on. If we stay over 100 viewers or around 100 viewers, we might go till midnight. But we'll see what happens. It depends on what y'all do. And, you know, y'all are in control. You're the one buying the records. I'm just here selling them. So let me see what's in one of these other crates. But we have lots and lots of really good-looking crates to go through. This one looks good, too. Most of this stuff is Kevin's collection, stuff that hadn't sold, or maybe y'all know how it is. We've showed, gosh, some nights we've had 12 crates, not counting new vinyl. So, somebody just walk up to the door. See on foot. There's some strange people here. Everybody's everybody's doors locked outside. Chad, there's a Japanese complete Madonna True Blue on eBay for $40, but I'd rather give you the biz, $45. Yes, but you probably have to pay $30 shipping, or $25 minimum. So, that guy walked up to the door. He saw me. He looked a little scared. He took back the other direction pretty fast. So, mine's locked. Mine's been broke in before. I've learned my lesson. Plus, I don't leave any of my stuff in there like I did that one night. I always get all my stuff out of my vehicle, and one night I was eating Sonic, and I had to carry in all my food. I had a cheeseburger, milkshake, slushy. I got the works, and guess what? I didn't lock my vehicle. And, of course, that night, some loser comes and opens my door because I didn't have it unlocked. He stole my gun and anything. I guess that's about it. I think he got all my change. I was like, man, these people are stealing pocket change. He cleared out my change and all that. So, Jason, I'm going to go ahead and sell this to you for $45, though. It's a deal, but it's a deal. I'm going to sell this to you for $45. So, that's sold to Jason. Did you get these last two from earlier? Okay. Jason, that's yours for $45. Make sure I didn't miss anything else. But yeah, a lot of these, so when we're showing Japanese records, there's one thing, if you do price shopping, which if you do, that's fine. If you check out Japanese pressings, if you do see a Madonna for $40, and this is for anybody, Jason, I'm not just talking to you, but please keep in mind, most Japanese shipping starts at $28 for one LP. So, when we have stuff pricing, obviously you're going to get our standard $7 unlimited shipping. So, okay, can I get on the Nothing Shocking wait list? You can. Tanner put David Cox on the Nothing Shocking waiting list. Let's see here. Before we get started, will someone message me after the show so I can bring in some records tomorrow? Kenny, if you want to bring in those records, you can bring them in. You can drop them off. You can drop them off. I wonder what happened to the stuff that was dropped. Kenny, you might want to let me know. I think what you got I'm interested in, but we had somebody the other day, I asked them what they had, and then they replied, "What are you looking for?" And so I think a lot of people say that, and they bring stuff that we don't need, and then it sits around here forever. Kenny, I know I know you have stuff I'm interested in though. You said you had some like rock, but I had some people recently. They drop off stuff that I have no interest in because they're literally just trying to get rid of it, and then we have to deal with it. We have to go throw it in the trash. So there's a lot of stuff out there that we don't buy. It's useless. It's worthless, and we don't even really want it here. So, but I think you have stuff that I think we want. Chris Garnsey takes a Kiss Creatures of the Night. I think, how many do we have left over here? Chris, did you already have one? Chris?
No, ask him if he commented that yesterday.
Did you comment that yesterday?
Because I think we pulled it already.
If so, we've already pulled it for you. But Chris, if we already have one for you, I have one left, by the way. Okay, I'm going to leave that back there because that's the last one. Those are still selling pretty high right now. But yeah, Kenny, you can drop them off, and I know they're yours, and then I'll take a look at them over the weekend. All right, let's get started. Thunderball. Wow, this is a nice one. Thunderball soundtrack. Excellent cover. Excellent vinyl, too. 1999. 1999. Creatures of the Night is $44.99. Yeah, these are still pricey. I was actually looking them up the other night. They just put them back in stock, but high in demand sealed Kiss record for a reissue. They were $150 before they came back in print. I think a lot of them still selling like around 70 or 80, but I may be mistaken. But either way, $44.99 is a great price on that. Michael, have one left. Chris, we're checking. I think we already have one down for you. We've already got one down for you. We do. Chris, we've already got you down for one. All right. Give it to Goodwill. We do give stuff to help centers and stuff. However, it's kind of a lot of extra work for us to do it. Sometimes people want to drop stuff off here and then have us take it to Goodwill. I'm like, no, you can take it to Goodwill. This is Sinatra. Sinatra, let's get started on this crate. I'll stop talking. Sinatra is $14.99. Thunderball was $19.99. There's some 60s flashbacks, Sinatra and Thunderball. Bull Durham soundtrack. Bull Durham soundtrack, $19.99. We've got Cliff Richards. It's all in the game. Cliff Richards is $9.99. We have, who is this? Trucking Company. Trucking Company on RCA, $14.99. Ace Trucking Company. Don't know anything about that. $14.99. 38 Special. Special Forces, $24.99. That looks like a nice copy. Little Willie John, 15 hits. All 15 of his chart hits. Little Willie John on Gusto. That is $14.99. Shipping is $7 unlimited. So we have some people who literally buy 100 albums a week. And it's $7 shipping. It probably cost us $40 to ship their order. Some people buy one record a week. It's $7, and that's week to week. We have 5 record shows a week now. We're going to have 5 record shows this week. All week is $7 shipping. We invoice on Mondays. Disciple, $29.99. VG minus cover, has some cover damage. Disciple is $29.99. Able is $29.99. I see some stuff that will be Discogs bound soon, unless we make a deal on it tonight. Abel's on the Blue Fantasy label, $29.99. The Headhunters, Survival of the Fittest. Headhunters is sealed. 1975 sealed Headhunters. Looks like Funk. Headhunters. $49.99. That is sealed. Hank Ballard and the Midnighters is $29.99 on King label. Rowan and Martin at Work is $14.99. Mitch Ryder and the Detroit Wheels, Jeannie Take a Ride, $19.99. Roots of Rock and Roll compilation is $12.99. Chuck Berry, Fast Domino, Faye Adams, Shirley and Lee, Lloyd Price, Little Richard, etc. Potomac Valley Boys is $14.99. Buddy Miles, We Got to Live Together, $24.99. Relics of the Incredible String Band. Relics of the Incredible String Band, $29.99. All right, I'm going to put Kiss back up, and I'm going to get some Japanese vinyl started on auctions. We have Marco V wanting the Roots of Rock and Roll, sold to Marco V. You can count on Marco V or Stacy buying a compilation. It's bound to happen. We've got another Culture Club. Let's do this Sammy Hagar, and we got some good ones back here in the back. Cars Greatest Hits. We had a Japanese one of those up for, or a U.S. one up for auction last night. Let's do those three. We got Culture Club. Actually, let's try to do stuff that's not the same letters of the alphabet. So how about a Monkeys, a Culture Club, and a Sammy Hagar? How much Headhunters? Headhunters is $49.99. It is sealed, Darren Bratton. Headhunters is $49.99. It was sealed. Survival of the Fittest on Arista, 1975. Okay, where did we get to? Buddy Miles and Gorillaz, Kansas. That's their self-titled first album, $17.99 for Kansas. Next three auctions. Culture Club, Color by Numbers. This is probably their biggest album. This is got Karma Chameleon on it. Culture Club, Color by Numbers. This is a pristine, near mint, Japanese pressing. We need a $25 start on this. $25 start on this. And there's the Japanese insert. It's actually a trifold. There's another Japanese insert. This is a $25 start. Culture Club, Color by Numbers, Japanese import. There's about 5 bidders on the last one, Waking Up with the House on Fire. So that's a $25 start. Troy Robinson's in. Pristine Japanese pressing. Troy's in at $25. Next record up for auction is a Sammy Hagar. This is self-titled, Sammy Hagar. We need a $30 start on this. $30 start on Sammy Hagar. It has a mark right here, a non-feeler. It's still near mint, minus. I guess with that mark, it probably needs to be more like excellent, plus. Sammy Hagar, though, $30 start. Can't believe no one bought this originally when I first showed it. There's the insert, and the cover is exceptionally nice, as always. So, let's see. I'll look at the bids in just a second. Looks like there's a lot of activity. And then the Monkeys, Pisces, Aquarius, Capricorn, Jones. This is an Arista reissue, complete with insert. This is beautiful. This is gem mint. $25 start on the Monkeys. Surprisingly, even the original Japanese Monkeys albums are beat up, just like the U.S. They even wore them out in Japan. But this is a little bit later reissue of Pisces, Aquarius, Capricorn, Jones. This is a $20 start. Pristine Japanese pressing. Pristine. Okay, make sure I didn't miss anything now that we got some auctions rolling. Marco V got the Roots. How to look up your vinyl on Discogs. Send us a message and I will send you a direct link. That way you can see everything. That's the easiest way. Just, Kevin, send us a message saying, can I get your Discogs ID? I will send you a link to a post and then you can see everything else. Do you still have that Macintosh receiver? Yes, we use it every day, Paul. It's for sale. I really don't want to sell it. We use it here in the store every day, but it's for sale. It's a good one, too. So, Culture Club, 25, Hagar. Let me get down to the bottom here. Okay, it looks like Sammy Hagar is at $48 and Culture Club is at $35. No bids yet on the Monkeys. Okay, Kansas. No one bought Kansas? Let's see what label it is. See if it's at first press. I believe so. $17.99, Kansas debut. Hinterland, Kissing the Roof of Heaven, $9.99. Hinterland, Kissing the Roof of Heaven. John Sheehan's at $50 on Sammy Hagar. Jason's at $35 on Culture Club. Black is Black, Los Bravos, $29.99. Black is Black, Los Bravos, $29.99. Moody Blues, Early Blues, a complete collection, $19.99. This is a collection of a compilation of early Moody Blues tracks, $19.99. Vinyl, about a VG cover. The Motels, Shock. Don't see this one too often. It is sealed gold stamp promos. So for them to gold stamp it, they cut the shrink wrap off right here in the corner. They usually take a razor blade and they go, and then they gold stamp it. However they did that. Well, it has the hype sticker. That is $39.99. Troy Robinson's at 36 on Culture Club. John Sheehan's at 55 on Sammy Hagar. I'm looking for a $25 start on the Monkeys. Cheap. Monkeys, near mint with Obi. Moody Blues, Go Now. That's technically their first album. $19.99. That's in really good condition. Toto, self-titled. That's their first album. U.S. Press, $19.99. Frozen Ghost, Nice Place to Visit with hype sticker. $14.99 on Frozen Ghost. Warlock. That's the name of the artist. The album is Triumph and Agony. Warlock, and that is $39.99. Original inner sleeve on Mercury. Wow, this is very clean. There's the original lyric inner sleeve. That is for Warlock. Chris is out, so John Sheehan has Sammy Hagar for $55. Going once, going twice. And Jason's back in on Culture Club at $38, looking for a $25 start on the Monkeys. The Best of Bowie. French pressing, $39.99, The Best of Bowie. Single disc, has 16 tracks on it. Space Oddity, Life on Mars, Starman, John I'm Only Dancing, Sorrow, Diamond Dogs, Young Americans, Fame, Golden Years. Heroes is on here. That's a good one. The Best of David Bowie, $39.99, French pressing. Heart, If Looks Could Kill, 12-inch promo single, Heart, If Looks Could Kill, $14.99. And Mick Jagger, Let's Work. Mick Jagger is a sealed 12-inch single from 1987, $29.99. Mick Jagger, Let's Work. We have Leonard Skinner, Best of the Rest, $34.99. Wow, there's some great records in here. Leonard Skinner, Best of the Rest, and that is $34.99. Vicky put Bowls 40. Bowls 40. I think she may have meant Bowie. This one here, maybe the Best of Bowie. Yeah, Bowie 40. Okay, yeah, that's sold to Vicky. That wasn't up for auction. That was just a straight price. Sell that to Vicky Steyer, $39.99. Chris DeMoss wants Leonard Skinner. That's sold to Chris DeMoss. So it looks like John Sheehan has Sammy Hagar for $55. Going twice, going 3 times. Final call on that. Jason has Culture Club for $38. Going twice, going 3 times. No last call on that. And I really hope someone bids on the Monkeys because I really don't want to sell this for $25. I'd rather keep it. But that's my rules. So we'll see what happens. Tanya Tucker. I may leave it up a lot longer than usual. Tanya Tucker, Greatest Hits. Tanya Tucker's $14.99. What somebody's waiting for me to do is like, okay, first come, first serve. Then there's going to be about 3 people try to grab it all at once for $25. That's my prediction. Simon & Garfunkel. This is like early tracks compilation from Pickwick. $14.99. I like that cover, though. $14.99. That's actually them on the cover that time. That's actually Simon & Garfunkel. Condition of Kansas. There was no condition notes on the vinyl. It looks really neat. Or not neat. It looks really nice. I mean, it is near mint. The cover, it's pretty strong, too. The cover is pretty strong, too. So, all right. I got lots to auction, so it looks like we finally got the Monkeys got a bid. Let's go ahead and end these. I'm going to pull what just sold, Tanya for Deanna and Walt Cruz Frozen Ghost, and then I'm going to put up some new auctions. This is sold for $55, though. Sammy Hagar is sold for $55 to John Sheehan, and Jason Ivey gets the Culture Club for $38. Those are sold and sold. Very, very nice. So now we got Richard Bedford at $25 on the Monkeys. Thank you, Richard. Now maybe we can get up there to around $200 and I'll feel better. So Richard's got that for $25, going once, going twice. Then Tanner, we got Tanya, sold to Deanna Carlton. And Walt Cruz wants the Frozen Ghost if it's still available. Walt, you're in luck. It's still available. That's sold to you. Can't believe no one's bought Kansas. Can't believe no one's bought Toto. And there's Warlock. Track list. The name of the album is called Triumph and Agony. All We Are, 3-minute warning, I Rule the Ruins, Kiss of Death, Make Time for Love, East Meets West, Touch of Evil, Metal Tango, Cold Cold World, and Fur Eimer. Fur Eimer. and that is $39.99. What's that again? I think he was bidding on the monkeys, yeah. Zach is at 26 on the monkeys. Greg said $14.99 on Kansas. I guess. Sell that to Greg Preston, $14.99. Okay, Simon and Garfunkel. We have Rod Stewart, Blondes Have More Fun's picture disc, $24.99. And Watch Out, Martha and the Vandellas. Watch Out. This is a 1967 UK press for $39.99. Tamala Motown, black label. Very, very clean. UK Martha and the Vandellas, $39.99. Richard Bedford's at $30 on the monkeys. Let me get a couple more up. I had a Cars. So what do we got? M for monkeys. Let's do Cars and Queen. And this Queen's going to be a little bit higher start, but it's Queen. And let's show the Cars first. The Cars Greatest Hits we auctioned off earlier. A U.S. press. This is a Japanese press. The obi has a little bit of damage. It is detached. It is detached, and actually someone at one time tried to tape it back on. And so the obi's there. It's just damaged. The vinyl, though, we have no condition notes on it. It is absolutely very, very nice. The Cars Greatest Hits. The Cars Greatest Hits. That will be I'm looking at what we have it priced. I know what we sold a U.S. pressing for earlier. With that being said, I will start this at $35. The Cars Greatest Hits. $35 start on this. So if you put the cover in a sleeve, which if you keep your disc stored outside your cover, like you should, excuse me, it will look like the obi is pretty much intact, which it is. It's just, see, when you put it in the cover and you'll leave it like that, it pretty much still has the obi with it, but it is damaged. $35 start for that. Let me read the track list. Just What I Needed, Since You're Gone, You Might Think, Good Times Roll, Touch and Go, Drive, Tonight She Comes, My Best Friend's Girl, Let's Go, I'm Not the One, Magic, and Shake It Up. That's a good one. $35 start on that. Warlock is $39.99. Warlock is $39.99. Queen, A Night at the Opera, classic album. This one we have graded EX, I think, because it has, wow, this is very nice. Yeah, it has one like hairline mark right here. So this is a nice, this has Bohemian Rhapsody on it. Queen, Night at the Opera. This is a $50 start. $50 start on Queen, Night at the Opera. There's the Japanese insert that came with it. And the cover is every bit of a VG+. Just has some discoloration on it. Discoloration on it. Queen's a $50 start. So we got a Monkeys up for bid. Zach Biley is at $31. Warlock is $39.99. Warlock is $39.99. Toto is near mint vinyl and VG Plus cover, $19.99. Michael is at $55 on Queen. Troy's at $35 on the Cars. Everything on the table is currently going once, going twice. Queen going once, going twice. Cars going once, going twice. Monkeys just got a new bid. Richard Bedford's in at $32. All righty. Ron Phillips is at $58 on Queen. Michael Church said he will take Toto. Now the only thing left in there that I can't believe hadn't sold is Warlock. Deanna's at $36 on the Cars. Thank God it's Friday. That's the theme for today. Thank God it's Friday. This is 1999, soundtrack to the film. We've got Who Came First. That's Pete Townshend's first solo album. This actually came out in the early 70s, I'm pretty sure. 72. Pete Townsend, Who Came First. I think this is a gatefold. It is. Who is that? Ravi Shankar? Maha Vishnu? Who Came First? Wow, that's on track. I don't think mine is on track. This is probably a first press. 1999. Who Came First? Michael Church takes Toto. Did I pull that? Yes. Deanna's at 36 on the cars. Troy's at 37. Daryl said, would you take $34.99 for Warlock? I will. Sell that to Daryl Jenkins, $34.99. So Queen is going twice, going 3 times. Michael Weil. No, excuse me. Ron Phillips bid on that. Ron Phillips bid on Queen. So everything is back open. Because Richard bid 32 on the Monkeys. That's going once, going twice. Ron Phillips is at 58 on Queen, going once, going twice. And Troy Robinson just bid 37 on the cars. So we'll do kind of a first call on all those, but I have a feeling we got more activity left. Chris Kirkley gets to Pete Townsend. And Warlock was sold to Daryl Jenkins for $34.99. Loretta Lynn's greatest hits in shrink wrap. Loretta Lynn's greatest hits in shrink wrap, and it's an original Decca pressing. $19.99. Loretta Lynn's greatest hits. Michael's at 60 on Queen. Supertramp, even in the quietest of moments, $19.99. Has some writing on the back cover. Somebody scribbled out somebody else's name. Probably their boyfriend or girlfriend after they broke up with them. Supertramp is $19.99. The Supremes at the Copa. The Supremes at the Copa, $14.99. The Supremes at the Copa should be on a blue map, Motown Detroit map, and that is $14.99. Lisa Montgomery wants Loretta Lynn. By the way, Supertramp has just a little bit on it. Probably my favorite one. Loretta sold to Lisa Montgomery. Zach is back in on the Monkeys at 33. Paul Brothers is in on Queen at 65. And where are we on the cars? High bid on the cars is, I need to scroll down. High bid on the cars is Troy Robinson at 37. Deanna, let me know if you're in or out. Troy's at 37, going once, going twice. Paul Brothers is at 65 on Queen, going once, going twice. Zach Biley is at 33, going once, going twice. Supertramp, the Supremes, and Los Lobos by the Light of the Moon. Los Lobos is $19.99. Linda Ronstadt's Greatest Hits Volume 2. That is sealed Super Savers, just $19.99. Vintage pressing. We had new pressings of that not too long ago. That is sealed, $19.99. Little River Band Sleeper Catcher, $9.99 for Little River Band. Little River Band Time Exposure is $9.99. And we have Linda Ronstadt, Don't Cry Now, sealed Linda Ronstadt. Linda Ronstadt, Living in the USA, $9.99. And Stallone, Cobra soundtrack. And that is $24.99, gold stamp promo. John Cafferty's on here, Miami Sound Machine, Gladys Knight, Bill Medley, Gary Wright. Okay. I'm going to show you everything that's up for auction. Everything that's up for auction, and do the final, or let everybody know where they're at. We have a copy of Queen, A Night at the Opera. Queen, Night at the Opera. It's the vinyl is very nice. EX Plus, just one superficial mark on it. VG Plus cover, just some light discoloration. Obi's nice. High bid on this is Paul Brothers for $65. Paul Brothers has this for $65. That's going once, going twice. Right next to it is the Cars. High bid on the Cars right now, which is also going once, going twice, is the Troy Robinson for $37. And this is near mint vinyl. The Obi is damaged at the top. It's still there, but it's unattached and ripped. The vinyl's near mint, and it has an insert with it, I think. High bid on that's $37. And then the Monkeys, I didn't think anybody was going to bid, and then finally it got some activity. Zach is at 33 on the Monkeys, and that is going once, going twice. So everything I just said, going once, going twice. If no one else bids here in a second, they'll be going twice, going 3 times, and then I'll sell them. We're also going through random crates of vintage stuff that we hadn't shown maybe in a month already. It's been that long, and we're going back through stuff. I'm also about to recap our new vinyl from tonight, and I have crates and crates of stuff over here to go back through. Los Lobos was called By the Light of the Moon. It is $19.99. Rocky IV soundtrack, $29.99, gold stamp promo. Rocky IV soundtrack, gold stamp promo, $29.99. As soon as these 3 sell, I'll put up more. Egger Winter Group, Shock Treatment, $19.99. Mackenzie Spring Suite is $19.99. And Rockwell, Somebody's Watching Me, which I think I have said before. The song Somebody Watching Me, I get this confused all the time. I'm pretty sure that's Michael Jackson appearing on that track, but nowhere else on the album. So that's 1999. Okay, Darren said, would you take 20 for Cobra? Zach asked what it is. Paul Brothers claimed it, and Jeannie asked which one. So we've got 4 people on Cobra. Paul Brothers wants this. So Darren, if you want it, it's yours for $24.99. If he passes, Zach Biley, it's yours for $24.99. Paul, if Darren and Zach passes, it's definitely yours for $24.99. And then Jeannie, if Darren, Zach, and Paul pass, then it's yours for $24.99. So, Jason Ivey takes Rockwell. Jason Ivey takes Rockwell. Where is Rockwell? Right there. Sell that to Jason Ivey. Troy Robinson said he would give $10 for the Supremes. Congratulations, you just purchased it. The Supremes sold to Troy Robinson for $10. And I'm going to sell all these auctions in 30 seconds for the last bids because no one else has bid. Queen, Monkeys for 33, Queen for 65, and the Cars for 37. Final call. There's about 30 seconds left. Need a flow chart for Cobra. Yeah, that one got confused. I showed it, and then about 2 minutes later, everybody asked about it. It's a Beautiful Day, Born Again. This is an unofficial. This is $29.99. He said, I'll take it for $24.99. Okay, so Cobra goes to Darren Bratton for $24.99. Troy Robinson said Rocky IV for $20. I will do $24.99 on Rocky IV. $24.99 on Rocky IV. Can't quite do $10 off, but I'll do $5 off on that one. And let's go ahead and sell all 3 of these auctions. No more bids. Troy Robinson got the Cars Greatest Hits for $37. Sold to Troy Robinson. Paul Brothers got Queen for $65. Zach Biley got the Monkeys for $33. 33, Zach Biley on the Monkeys. 65, Paul Brothers on Queen. 37, Troy Robinson on the Cars. Darren Bratton got Cobra. And then the next record on that stack is Troy Robinson on Rocky IV for $24.99. Okay. Egger Winter Group, Mackenzie Spring, It's a Beautiful Day. John Baldry, Everything Stops for Tea. John Baldry, 1999. It's actually Jermaine Jackson on Somebody Watch Me. I'm pretty sure Michael Jackson is doing the vocals on that one. It may be Jermaine on some other tracks, but Rolling Stones European Tour Live 1970. This is an unofficial Stones concert from 1970. $59.99. Thompson Twins Get That Love 12-inch single. Thompson Twins is $14.99. Peter Cetera Solitude Solitaire. And this is sealed $34.99. Peter Cetera Solitude Solitaire. Sealed with hype sticker, $34.99. Deanna Carlton on the Thompson Twins. And Michael Jackson. Yeah, it says it on the back. Yeah, I'm pretty sure on that. Deanna said pass on it, okay? Jimmy Ball on the Peter Cetera that was sealed. Sealed that to Jimmy Ball. Rockwell is Barry Gordy's son. Thank you. I think George told us this the last time. I just didn't get it down quite right. The doors just started shaking. Let's say Jimmy Ball got Peter Cetera. Peter Cetera featuring David Gilmour on guitar. This is a 12-inch single promo, $14.99. David Gilmour did a lot of studio work, didn't he, in between Pink Floyd's hiatuses. He played on a lot of stuff. $14.99, Peter Cetera, 12-inch single. The name of the song is You'll Never Listen to Me. The Cars, Hello Again, 12-inch white label promo, $14.99 on that. Madonna, this is probably an interview disc. No, it's actually Vogue. 1990 Vogue picture disc, $49.99, which is I guess a single probably with like 4 remixes. That's the way it looks. So that is $49.99. Madonna Rain, 1993 UK picture disc, $29.99. Those are UK picture disc singles. Madonna Interviews is $39.99. This is an unofficial on brown vinyl. Madonna Interviews. Madonna Buenos Aires, double-sided 12-inch single, $24.99. Toto, Isolation, right? No, Turn Back. Turn Back, that's the full album, $19.99. Pete Townsend, White City is $19.99. Pure Prairie League, Two-Lane Highway, VG Plus, $19.99. Pure Prairie League, Two-Lane Highway, VG Plus, $9.99. The Other Side of Life, The Moody Blues, $19.99. And Peter Frampton, $19.99. Okay, let me flip through this crate. It took me half the night to go through it, but that was a good one. Some pretty interesting stuff in there that hadn't been shown in a while. Thunderball, that's a pristine copy of it. Of course, I'm partial to it. This is Sinatra, Bull Durham soundtrack. Cliff Richard, that's called Ace Trucking Company. 38 Special, these are all still available. Let me know if you want to know prices. Don, Disciple, Abel, The Headhunters, Hank Ballard, Rowan and Martin, Mitch Ryder, Potomac Valley Boys, Buddy Miles. Chris Kirkley wants Toto. You got it, Chris Kirkley. Ed, are you making coffee? Because I smell it. Ed made coffee. I definitely can smell it. Smells good. Relics of the Incredible String Band. Hinterland, Lost Bravos, Moody Blues, The Motels, Moody Blues, Heart, Mick Jagger, Simon and Garfunkel, Rod Stewart, Martha Reeves and the Vandellas. The Headhunters is actually sealed. Someone said earlier, Herbie Hancock. I was about to say, because that's number one of his. Let's see. It is sealed, 1975 press, $49.99 on Arista. Sealed. Looks like there's some sticker residue. Whatever sticker is on the back, somebody peeled off. Nice looking sealed copy. Couple dings on it, but Thank God It's Friday. Thank God It's Friday is $19.99. This has Donna Ross, Donna Summer, the Commodores, Thelma Houston, Supertramp, Linda Ronstadt, Little River Band, Linda Ronstadt, Los Lobos, Edgar Winter Group, Mackenzie Spring, It's a Beautiful Day, John Baldry, Rolling Stones, Thompson Twins, Peter Cetera, The Cars, Madonna Bundle, Paul Brothers. That's where I just got to. Let me pull those out. Madonna. Let me do that for a second. I'll do that in just a second, Paul. Troy Robinson wants Thank God It's Friday. So did Troy Robinson. That's today. Thank God It's Friday. Even though I really don't have a weekend like most people do. The weekend is non-existent. Every day is the same to me. There's another Madonna. I'm assuming you want the 12-inch single too. If you're buying all four of them, I'll make you a great deal on it. Pete Townsend, Pure Prairie League, Moody Blues, Peter Frampton. Every day is the same here, isn't it, Tanner?
Every day the same here.
Or I was supposed to say right Tanner. Oh, I messed that up. I broke my streak of right Tanners. Okay, I will make you a great deal on these because picture disc, even though they sell, it seems like online and Discogs and eBay prices, we just don't have the best luck with them. But these are really cool. One thing, they're from 1990 and 1993. They wasn't making a lot of vinyl to begin with. These are actually picture discs. They're not vinyl. But I got one marked for 50. I'll sell it to you for 40. I got one marked for 30. I'll sell it to you for 20. So that's $20 off. That's 60 for those two. 60 for those two. This one is 40. I'll do it for 30. So that's 90. And this is $24.99. We're at 90. I'll sell you the 12-inch single for $10. That's more than 50% off. So all four of them for 100. All four of them for 100. That's the Madonna lot. All four of those for 100, Paul Brothers. Okay, if you're having Facebook problems, go find our YouTube channel. It's been great all night. You go to YouTube, you search CollectCo, you'll find our stream. If you don't have an account, you can set one up through Google in about 30 seconds, and you can watch on Facebook, or excuse me, on YouTube. Paul Brothers said sold. That's the 4-piece Madonna combo deal. $100, Paul Brothers. All right, let me grab a new crate of vintage, and then I'm going to get some new auctions running. Tomorrow night, we got some stuff kind of stockpiled in my office, which is no longer an office. It used to be my office before our store flooded. Now it's a stock room. But we have a, we call it the office. We have a lot of stuff stockpiled for tomorrow night. New vinyl on sale, new vinyl that we have like one copy of that I can't believe hadn't sold out yet that we're going to recap. And that's what we're going to do tomorrow night. So that's something you don't want to miss. All right, let me grab a new crate of vintage. Actually, first, this is pretty much all the new vinyl from tonight. It won't take me 10 seconds to flip through it all. Let me do that one more time, especially if you didn't get to watch part 1. Headhunters is sealed, $49.99. I've got one copy left of REM Document, $38.99. REM Document, $38.99. Last one. We had a wait list on that for like 3 months. We finally got everybody the copy. REM Document, $38.99. I've got one left. Tom Petty. A lot of people have already bought one of these. I've got 3 left. Into the Great Wide Open, $37.99. I've got 4 left, excuse me. This is an Alice in Chains live show, colored vinyl, $28.99. Yes, it's an unofficial. It was original a FM broadcast. It sounds really good. It's got a lot of their early stuff from Facelift on it. It Ain't Like That, Man in the Box, Bleed the Freak, Sea of Sorrow, We Die Young. That's like my favorite songs. Of course, then Dirt came out. That's got, you know, all that other great stuff on it. Alice in Chains is fantastic. Daryl Jenkins takes the Tom Petty, sold to Daryl Jenkins. I've got 2 copies of Foo Fighters in stock, the color and the shape. That's a 2 LP cut. By the way, this is a hot cut. They're loud. They sound fantastic, $33.99. Finally, Alan Parsons Project, Eye in the Sky. If no one claims this one, this is going to be my copy, but I finally have them in hand. They're $63.99. 2 LP, 45 RPM. This is MoFi. They're limited. Actually, they're numbered. They're not going to be limited, but they're $63.99. 2 LP, 45 RPM. Original master recording is on Parachute. No, this isn't on Parachute. This is on DOR. DOR. These things are pressed in the EU, these broadcast, you know, some people argue that it's, quote, public domain because it was originally FM broadcast, but I really don't think Alice in Chains knows those are being sold. However, I order these from, like I've said before, first Dakota gets REM, so did Dakota. These come from basically the 1 and 2 top record distributors in the country, so it's kind of weird. Unofficials is a gray area in the record business. But, you know, we got Rolling Stone stuff over here from the 70s, so that's somebody bootlegged out of their basement. So, however, Judas Priest, Ram It Down, $28.99. Slayer, I've got one left. Slayer, Seasons in the Abyss, $39.99. $39.99. Josh, I will have to get you an REM if that's okay. Rolling Stone, Sticky Fingers. This was actually on sale because it has a light, very, very light scene crackle at the top. That is $29.99. Those were either $33 or $36.99. But that one's on sale because of that light crackle. It was technically a return. Scorpions Love Drive, $28.99. Paul Brothers says, I'll take one. Sell that to Paul Brothers. Alice in Chains, I've got 3 left. I need to keep one for myself. I listened to one that was opened, and they sounded really good. Tool, Silver Vinyl. Tool, Silver Vinyl. It's silver-colored vinyl. This is the Lollapalooza. This should be Parachute. Yeah, this is Parachute. Live Tool, 1993, $31.99. Chris DeMoss wants an Alice in Chains. Sean Crupper said he will take a Stones. Tanner, that's not marked, but it's $29.99. Yeah, Parachute does a good job. Well, what they do, they're not going to release anything if it sounds crummy. You know, that makes them look bad. So, and then Ace Frehley from Kiss. Ace Frehley's Greatest Hits, $33.99. Pretty successful solo guy too, right? His solo album was, I think, the best seller, and he's done really well as a solo artist. Okay, that's all of that. We almost sold that out. Richard Davis, Dakota said, Josh can have my REM if he wants it. I will leave that up to you and Josh. Richard Davis takes the Ace Frehley Greatest Hits, and John Sheehan, make sure he don't already have one of those, maybe from a pre-order or something, but that's the last one of those I have. Scorpions, Slayer, Judas Priest. Can't believe no one's got the last Alan Parsons. Foo Fighters, Alice in Chains, and Tom Petty's. I'm pretty sure, just like Full Moon Fever, those are analog. And Craig let us know earlier, the 30-year anniversary or something of that, 31-year anniversary is tomorrow. So, all right, we emptied that bin. I'll put those back there with the others. And let me grab a new crate of vintage from over here. Let me move my camera for a second. Let me move it over here. Oh, hope y'all aren't getting dizzy. Y'all should be used to moving camera. I did it for years. But okay, I already went through that bin. That's the bin with Pink Floyd relics. Let's see what's underneath it. Clapton, Skinner, Eagles, Lightfoot, Peter Wolf, Boston Picture Disc. Let's go through this one. This one looks like a pretty good selection of records. And John Sheehan, Tool. That was the last comment. Okay, so we're caught up. We're also going to have a sale tomorrow night. That should be the last sale of the week. I was pending. Well, let me rephrase that. I keep saying we're having a sale tomorrow night. I kind of said I was going to make a last-minute decision. Will y'all be watching tomorrow night? Let's take a poll. Because, you know, most people is going to be celebrating the 4th of July tomorrow night. And I figured there'd be people watching. There always is. I mean, I can have at minimum 60 or 80 viewers on Christmas morning, I think. I think I could go live Christmas morning and y'all would be watching. So let me know. You know, I kind of was debating. So I know most of y'all are probably going to be saying yes. So I was going to plan on it anyway. So and then some people's probably going to be like, take a day off. So, hey, that's exactly what Chris just said. So, I will let you officially know tomorrow. Right now, the show is on. I will let you know by midday if we decide not to have one. So, you know, it is Independence Day. But that's technically not till Monday. Of course, we probably won't be having a show Monday. And that's actually Independence Day. But I figured most of y'all, I told Seth, Tanner, Ed, I was like, you know, most people, you know, they're going to be in by 9 o'clock, you know, not doing anything. So, you know, we're selling records at 10, 11, midnight. Most people are going to be on and watching. So, all right. Don't do that with your fingers. Pop my knuckles. I have to do that or my hands feel like they're in pain. It's a relief. We're going to celebrate 4th of July here, right now, with Eric Clapton, August. This is a pristine copy. Gold stamp promo on the front and hype sticker. That's $34.99. I think this thing looks like pristine. Make Seth run the show. Seth has to have his time off. He's precious. He has to have his time off. He's up at the Fiddlers. He's up at the Fiddlers Jamboree right now in Smithville. His girlfriend's from Smithville. Of course, they're going to be at the Fiddlers Jamboree. That's going on right now in Smithville. There's people come watch the Fiddlers Jamboree from all over the world. Boston. This is the Boston Picture Disc. It's pristine, and the sleeve is pristine. $49.99. Greg Preston gets Eric Clapton. So to Greg Preston. Boston is $49.99. Peter Wolf, Up to No Good. Peter Wolf is $19.99. How about we get some Japanese auctions rolling before I get too deep in this crate? Let's put up a good one. Y'all ever heard of Led Zeppelin before? Has anybody ever heard of Led Zeppelin? They're pretty good. Let's do a... Let's do a Clapton Japanese, and let's do a Heart Japanese. Let's see. Greg Preston got Eric Clapton. And let's do these. Let's first start with Eric Clapton. We've got 461 Ocean Boulevard. Japanese press of 461 Ocean Boulevard. Let's take a look at it. Wow. Yeah. This is nice. $25 start. $25 start on Clapton, 461 Ocean Boulevard. This has Let It Grow on it. Please Be With Me. I Shot the Sheriff. Willie and the Hand Jive. This is no Obi. $25 start. Has some discoloration. This stuff here is very common on Japanese pressings. This staining. $25 start. Vinyl, though, is, oh my gosh. It's beautiful. $25 start on Clapton. Boston for $40. Would you split with me? Splitting would mean $45. And I would gladly sell it to you. Boston needs a new home, Calvin. Heart, self-titled. Heart, self-titled, pristine with Obi. Pristine with Obi and insert. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is a top copy. $30 start on Heart. $30 start on Heart. There's the insert. 30 on Heart. Michael Church is in at 25 on Clapton. Calvin Ward said he is sold on Boston at 45. Sell that to Calvin Ward for 45. 30 on Heart. And let's see what we got on Led Zeppelin. Seth marked it VG+. Let's see how good of a grader Seth is. He kind of unboxes and inspects all of my Japanese purchases. Yeah, it has a couple more scuffs on it than we like. Right there. Right here. It is a Japanese press, though, with Obi. And there's the insert. Even the insert feels better than the U.S. pressings. There's the Obi. Nice looking Obi on it. We would need a $55 start on that. So the marks that's on it are scuffs. You know, it's probably going to have some very, very light noise when you listen to it. So not a bad starting price for a Japanese copy Led Zeppelin 4. $55 start on that. I wish it was absolutely pristine, but it would probably be 20 or 30% more. 55 on that. So Michael Church has Clapton for 25. I'm going to let those simmer in the back for a second, and let me show some more records. So Peter Wolf is the only thing in the crate that hadn't sold, $19.99. The Heart album is just self-titled, Heart, around the mid-'80s. Neil Young Decade, EX, $44.99. This is a 3 LP compilation from Neil Young. It has stuff from Buffalo Springfield all the way up through his stuff with his solo work. After the Gold Rush, Ohio from Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young, Cowgirl in the Sand, Down by the River, that's stuff from his first 2 albums. Like a Hurricane, Long May You Run from a Stills and Young album. Heart of Gold, that is EX $44.99. So EX is pretty close to a near mint record. This thing has 3 discs, so I'm sure some are even better. If one side is EX, we put EX on the whole album. $44.99 on that. Grant's at 30 on Heart, going once, going twice. Michael Church is at 25 on Eric Clapton, and we're looking for 55 on Led Zeppelin. Where's Dallas Coop at? He would buy that just to buy it. John Dawson Winter III. John Dawson Winter III. Johnny Winter, $19.99. Woman in Red soundtrack, Stevie Wonder, $24.99. The Roaches, $9.99 for the Roaches. Little Richard's Greatest Hits. That's on the OK label, $24.99. You got to be careful of Little Richard's stuff because a lot of times they end up being live, and his stuff was re-recorded like twice at least. So you got to look for stuff on the specialty label if you want the original Tutti Frutti, Long Tall Sally, that kind of stuff. You know, his early great stuff. Make sure it's on the specialty label when you buy it. A lot of his stuff was re-recorded, repackaged, etc. Still, I'm sure that's great. I mean, it's live. He's doing, you know, Lucille, Tutti Frutti. But just so you know, a lot of it's greatest hits live. Bonnie Raitt, 9 Lives, is sealed, $19.99 for Bonnie Raitt. Patti LaBelle. Patti LaBelle was $14.99. Best of Patti LaBelle. Best of Patti LaBelle, $14.99. Gordon Lightfoot, Gord's Gold. Gord's Gold is $24.99. Huey Lewis, 12-inch single, I Want a New Drug. That is a double-sided promo, $14.99. So Daryl Jenkins at 32 on Heart, going once, going twice. Eric Clapton's at 25, going twice, going 3 times. Still hadn't got a bid on Zeppelin, looking for 55. Deanna Carlton wants the Patti LaBelle. So to Deanna Carlton. Troy Robinson was second. Starship, Knee Deep in the Hoopla. Starship is sealed with Hop Sticker. This includes We Built This City, and Sarah's on here as well. And it also says Tomorrow Doesn't Matter Tonight, $39.99. That is sealed with Hop Sticker. That's a top copy. Starship Sarah, that's a 12-inch single of Sarah sealed. This is a UK press, $19.99, 1985. Grant's back in on Heart at 33, and let's go ahead and sell these others. So Michael Church gets Clapton for $25. So to you, Michael Church, Clapton, $25. And I'm only going to do this once, and then it's going to go back to $74.99, what I had this thing originally stickered. If anybody wants Zeppelin, you can have it right now for $54.99. If not, it's going in the high-end bin for $74.99, what we were going to sticker it. So $54.99 for a Japanese press Led Zeppelin 4. Think about that price. We've auctioned off Presswell USOGs for more than that. $54.99. I'm going to lay that right over here with the Kiss album that hadn't sold yet. All right, let's see here. So Daryl Jenkins is high bidder right now on Heart at 35. Daryl Jenkins is at 35 on Heart. That's going once, going twice. Lisa Montgomery wants Starship. And I think Lisa wants the full album. Is that right, Lisa? The Knee Deep in the Hoopla. And Paul Brothers, you can always count on Paul. If something doesn't get a bid, I think at least 8 times out of 10, Paul Brothers is going to buy it. Because it's usually a great deal. And I'm not just a sales pitch. Usually the stuff that don't get bids, I'm like, wow. Because we were probably going to market for more than that. So sell that to Paul Brothers, Tanner, $54.99. Paul, that's a nice, I mean, it's Japanese. It's got the obi. Let's see. Hart, that was a good grab. Hart is at $35. Grant says he's out, so that's going twice, going 3 times. I'm going to sell that in about 60 seconds. I'll put up 3 new auctions. So let me show plenty of records. Eagles, Greatest Hits. This is EX, $32.99. Eagles, Greatest Hits. This is usually what sells this album. One is the second best-selling album of all time, I think, behind Thriller. Take It Easy, Witchy Woman, Lion Eyes, Already Gone, Desperado, One of These Nights, Tequila Sunrise, Take It to the Limit, Peaceful Easy Feeling, and Best of My Love. That's almost unbelievable. They wrote that many good songs. $32.99, Eagles. Tommy, The Who. Tommy is $34.99. I think this is a OG Decca pressing. Or actually, I think, was this originally on track? I'm not for sure. That should be the OG press on Decca. I think the UK's were on track. The US was on Decca. $34.99 for Tommy. Rocky, this is the original motion picture score for Rocky. This is sealed, 1976. No punch outs, no saw marks. $49.99. Rocky, sealed, original motion picture score. Jerry Lee Lewis, Golden Rock and Roll, contains 20 original hits. And this is $19.99. That is on the Sun label. I've never seen this packaging before. I know it's on the Shelby Singleton Sun, but with this cover, pretty nice looking. $19.99. Lisa takes the Rocky, sealed Rocky to Lisa Montgomery. And we have Huey Lewis, Walking on a Thin Line. That's the second Huey Lewis in here. $12.99, double-sided promo, Walking on a Thin Line and Walking on a Thin Line live. All right, let's go ahead and sell Heart. Heart is Daryl Jenkins for $35. Lisa got Rocky. Heart was sold at auction. Let me grab 3 more out of this crate over here. This crate's going to be empty by the end of tomorrow night. Plus, we got more to unbox. So, let me read off some artists I have in here, and then y'all might want to make some requests. I got Survivor, Wham, Rod Stewart, Billy Joel, Teacher's soundtrack, Simon and Garfunkel, Footloose soundtrack, Wings, Eagles' Greatest Hits. I got a Japanese press of that. Eagles' Long Run, Hall & Oates, another Simon and Garfunkel, The Romantics, Beatles, Ventures, more Billy Joel, more Eric Clapton, more Billy Joel, Toto, Wings, another Culture Club Color by Numbers. We auctioned off one of those earlier, didn't we? Yeah, so there's another one. Queen's Greatest Hits, Rod Stewart, Michael Schenker Group, Michael Schenker Group, Michael Schenker Group, Michael Schenker Group. Buffalo Springfield, King Crimson, and Paul McCartney. Troy Robinson said Wham. John Young said Beatles. Of course. It's the Beatles 62 to 66 comp. We showed it last night, actually. But this Wham is pretty interesting. It's actually a Japanese picture disc. Let me put it up for auction. Let's see here. What did I do with it? Oh, right here. All right. Wham! Make It Big picture disc. I've never had the picture disc. I will put this up for a $45 start. I think, I don't know if Carlene was watching this or not. So anything but a 62. Sorry, that's the only thing I got. We've sold all, everything else always sells, you know. We have a lot of those comps, though. They sell too, but they're probably the most common Japanese Beatles record, those red and blue comps. I forgot what I just said on this. I think I said a $45 start. Wham! Make It Big picture disc, Japanese pressing. That's the full album. Full album picture disc. It's pristine. It includes the insert. That's a $45 start. Queen's Greatest Hits. We had two copies of this. We had a pristine one, and we had a this one I think is a little bit lesser grade. Let me find it. I think it's just the Obi. My bad. The vinyl, we had two. The vinyl was identical. This one just has some Obi damage. Eagles Greatest Hits 2. I don't have an Eagles Greatest Hits 2. Yeah, the vinyl on this is beautiful. Queen's Greatest Hits. I need a $50 start for this. $50 start. That's, to me, a great price compared to what I know I've sold U.S. pressings for. That's always the comparison. But yeah, the Obi is torn. Kind of a worn Obi. It's got lyric insert. Queen's Greatest Hits. $50 start on that. I think at one time this was a book and it's lost some binding to it. All right, let me get this package back up. Wingspan. Wingspan is not easy to get, but yes, we've actually, usually when we get it, it's sealed. I don't know why, but there's a lot of them out there that's sealed. I think a lot of people bought it. They seen it in stores back then. They bought it and they didn't open it. 50 on Queen, 45 on Wham. Oh, there's the insert, Queen's Greatest Hits. Jared McLaughlin, best price on Cliff Richard. That was earlier in the crate. Which Hall & Oates? We got H2O and one other in here. Okay, let me show a few more records. Jefferson Starship Earth, 1999. Bee Gees Odessa, $49.99. Bee Gees Odessa. Another Eagles Greatest Hits. That one's $34.99. Bless Its Pointed Little Head, Jefferson Airplane Live. It's $24.99. Leonard Skinner, One More From the Road, $34.99. And we've got the Turtles' Greatest Hits, 2 records, Happy Together, $24.99. So Jared McLaughlin said best price on Cliff Richard. Cliff Richard. Where is that at? Was that even in the spin? Where did you see that, Jared? Is Jerry Lee Lewis live? No, not live. All right, let's see. Eagles, Jefferson Airplane, Leonard Skinner. Leonard Skinner's $34.99. Do you still have Tom Petty Into the Great Wide Open? Yes, they're right here. $37.99. $37.99. Looking for a $50 start on Queen and a $45 start on Wham. And I'm about to show the next one. Just wanting to flip through a few more. Turtles' Greatest Hits. Billy Joel, this is a 12-inch single, Sometimes Fantasy, Promo, $34.99. Very interesting looking label too. $34.99. Steve Winwood, Chronicles, Gold Stamp Promo, $19.99. Steve Winwood Chronicles is like a solo greatest hits, the best of Steve Wood Chronicles, featuring Valerie, Taking It Back to the Night. I think his biggest song would be Higher Love. That's what I would think, his biggest solo. But Valerie was pretty big. But I would think Higher Love is his all-time biggest solo song. Steve Winwood, that one's called Roll With It. It's $19.99. Steve Winwood, that one's self-titled, $19.99. Dean Martin, Chante Paris, $9.99. Johnny Winter, Saints and Sinners is $19.99. Janie C. Riley, Fancy Friends. Janie C. Riley is sealed, $24.99. Smokey Robinson, Smoke Signals is $19.99. Dean Martin, The Silencers, $9.99 on Dean Martin, The Silencers. And Rod Stewart, Every Picture Tells a Story, VG Plus, $9.99. Todd Rundgren, Todd, $24.99. And Bruce Hornsby and The Range, The Way It Is. The Way It Is sealed with hot sticker, $39.99. What do we have here? Richard Devine, Sort Lave, $39.99. I don't really know what that is. The Strawberry Statement soundtrack is $29.99. The Deep soundtrack. The Deep is on blue vinyl, $29.99. $29.99. Joyride soundtrack is $19.99. Joyride soundtrack. The Crazy World of Arthur Brown, $49.99. Crazy World of Arthur Brown on track, $49.99. Chris Kirkley wants Chronicles. I think everybody's comments are coming in really delayed all of a sudden. Chris Kirkley takes Chronicles. Kenny Heathcock said, I'll take Jerry Lee Lewis, because Jared's comments are coming in like from Ben's from a half hour ago. And then the Jerry Lee Lewis is sold to Kenny. That was this Jerry Lee Lewis right here. Chris Kirkley got Chronicles. That's sold. Okay, if anybody wants to buy these, Queen, I'll do them for the starting bids. I was wanting $50 for Queen, and that's a really big discount on Wham, $45 on that. So $45 and $50. That's tonight only. Or they'll be higher the next time. I'm probably not going to offer them for that again. Let's see what else is in the bin. Let's do Laura Loftus Takes the Queen. And I got a couple 12-inch singles I can run. This is from our very first shipment. And Dakota Takes Wham. See, y'all could have just bid, and then it'd been a lot easier. Now this is probably a lot easier for y'all. You get better prices. I'm gonna stop doing that. I'm gonna be like, if it don't get a bid, it's starting bid plus 50%. Right, Tanner? No, I won't do that. Laura Loftus Takes the Queen. That was $49.99. And Dakota gets Wham for $44.99. Dakota, Wham, $44.99. Queen, Laura, $49.99. All right, let's. This is from our very, I don't know if y'all remember, except for the Beatles. This is from our very first shipment of Japanese vinyl, which was back at May 5th. I've got 3 singles. I'm going to do 3 auctions. I've got 2 Duran Duran singles. This is Duran Duran. Let me get you the tracks. I Don't Want Your Love. And hold on a second. Duran Duran. Let's see what we got here. I Don't Want Your Love. And I Don't Want Your Love. So yeah, album version and I think some kind of remix. So that's Duran Duran, Japanese press. I think it has this insert that is like taped to the or glued to the cover. That's supposed to be that way. So both Duran Duran singles, $1 start. $1 start. The other one is Notorious. Let's take a look at this. 1986 Duran Duran. So $1 start for both of them. And this is Notorious and Winter Marches On. Notorious and Winter Marches On. So this is, you're buying both Duran Duran singles, Japanese presses, $1 start. You're buying both of those, Duran Duran. Then I got a Mike and the Mechanics, Silent Running. I love that song. So here's how Japanese singles come. Japanese singles come usually with like a Japanese insert and then they come like in a company sleeve. So Mike and the Mechanics, Mike Rutherford, that was in Genesis. This was his band, Silent Running. We got I Get the Feeling, and then the A side is Silent Running. $1 start. $1 start. Mike and the Mechanics. That's a Japanese 7-inch single. Paul Brothers is at 5 on Duran Duran. Troy was at 3. So Duran Duran, Mike and the Mechanics, and then this is a random Beatles 45. Can't Buy Me Love. Can't Buy Me Love. Very clean looking. Of course, sometimes these can be misleading. They look nice, but sometimes they have a little bit of noise to them, just how Capitol Records were in the mid-'60s when they were cranking out these Beatle 45s as fast as they could press them. You Can't Do That and Can't Buy Me Love in the original Capitol sleeve. It cost 77 cents, and what? Can't Buy Me Love came out in 1964, 65 probably. 77 cents back then. Now we just want a $1 start for it. Hopefully it brings a lot more than that. But Can't Buy Me Love and You Can't Do That, $1 start. That is an original orange, yellow, Beatles Swirl Capitol 45. I'm going to say it's EX Plus. Visually, it looks near mint minus, but I know it's not going to sound like that. So we'll call it EX Plus. Paul Brothers is at 10 on Duran Duran. Mike and the Mechanics is at 3. And John 1 and Ivan at 5 on the Beatles. Okay, let's finish going through this crate, or at least show some more. That we get finished before I get caught up on auctions. We had got to Rod Stewart, which was claimed by somebody. Rod Stewart was claimed by Laura Loftus. Laura Loftus, I've got you down for Rod Stewart. Every picture tells a story. I've already showed Todd. Where did we get to? We got to right here, the Foxes soundtrack. The Foxes soundtrack, original music composed and conducted by Giorgio Moroder. That is $29.99. The Foxes soundtrack, history of Eric Clapton, just $24.99. It's a VG Plus. VG Plus. This has Badge on it, Crossroads, Sea of Joy, Sunshine of Your Love, Layla, Only You Know and I Know. It's a great compilation. $24.99. ZZ Top, Fandango. ZZ Top is a VG Plus, $24.99. Blue Oyster Cult, Spectres. Oh, I think it's Spectres. EX, $17.99. Willie Nelson, Country Winners. Willie Nelson is $9.99. We have Let's Live for Today, the Grassroots. I love the Grassroots. This is an OG ABC Dunhill, $19.99. Let's Live for Today. Bob Dylan, Nashville Skyline. I actually listened to this one the other night. Not this exact album, but $29.99. Has Lay Lady Lay on it. Probably his next to one of his top 10 songs for sure, Lay Lady Lay. Missing Persons. Missing Persons is $19.99, gold stamp promo, and the best of Dave Mason. The best of Dave Mason is $19.99, gold stamp promo. Is there something wrong with the top of the cover? What's going on here? Looks like the top of the cover looks like some kind of factory flaw. It's not broken or anything, it's just misfolded. All right, let's see where we're at on our auctions. We did get finished with the crate. We have Paul Brothers is at 15. So here's the first lot. You're buying these two Duran Duran Japanese 7-inch singles. Paul Brothers is at $15. The next lot, which I believe Grant Peltzer. Grant Peltzer's at $6. This is a Mike and the Mechanics Japanese. Yes, this is Japanese. Silent Running 7-inch single. Grant Peltzer's at $6. And then third is a U.S. press, original Capitol sleeve of the Beatles. Can't Buy Me Love. The B-side was You Can't Do That. High bid on this is John Young at $6. John Young at $6. Marco, are you going to let him outbid you? $6, John Young. Trying to put some fuel on the fire. And then tracks on MP. Who was MP? Missing Persons. Missing Persons was The Closer That You Get, Give, Now Is the Time, Surrender Your Heart, Clandestine People, Right Now, All Fall Down, Racing Against Time, Waiting for a Million Years, If Only for the Moment. That's $19.99. Troy Robinson's at 16 on Duran Duran. Troy Robinson's at 7 on Mike and the Mechanics. Paul Brothers is done on Duran Duran. So Troy, you've got those for 16, going once, going twice. And then Ivan's back in on the Beatles at 7. I successfully put fuel on the fire. Grant Peltzer's back in on Mike and the Mechanics at 8. So the only thing with a final call right now is Duran lot, both of them for $16. All righty. Let me find another crate to go through. I feel like I need to recap some new vinyl. Seems like there's some people been asking for some stuff that I showed. Let me find... actually, let me grab... I can't get over here to it, but let me grab a few things out of this bin over here I can show y'all. I've got Top Gun, and I've got Toto. Let's see what else I have here. Top Gun, Toto. Let me move these sticky notes right quick, Tanner. Top Gun, Toto, Kiss. Let me grab a few things out of here. Foo Fighters. Crosby, Stills, and Nash. These are some all-time best sellers for us, or not all-time, but some really good sellers for us that we still have in stock. And Def Leppard. Can't bring them over here, so. Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young, Woodstock 69. This is a parachute recording. It's Crosby, Stills, and Nash Woodstock performance. I personally kept one myself, opened it, listened to it. It's a really good, it sounds like it's the original source tapes, really good sounding Woodstock 69. I mean, there was a couple times, I think some of the songs like Sweet Judy Blue Eyes, it sounded like it was off a board, and then maybe like a couple was like maybe an open mic where you could hear more of the crowd and stage chatter and stuff like that. Overall, though, really good sounding. Those are $41.99. First time that's ever been kind of released on vinyl, if to my knowledge, except for an old bootleg. Def Leppard Pyromania is $29.99. Def Leppard Pyromania, $29.99. Lots of those in stock. We have sold a ton. The Foo Fighters Greatest Hits is $29.99. Foo Fighters Greatest Hits, $29.99. Toto, this is on splatter vinyl. Bloodshot vinyl, which is like red and white, like kind of splatter, I believe. Toto 4, $31.99. Those are new and sealed. That was a huge seller for us. Just down to a few copies of Dynasty. We're down to one copy of Creatures of the Night. Just a couple copies of Dynasty left. $33.99. By the way, these reissues have all just like the original stuff, just like the OG. So this should have a poster with it. $33.99. And then Top Gun soundtrack. The original Top Gun soundtrack. Danger Zone, Take My Breath Away, Heaven in Your Eyes, Loverboy. That's $26.99. Okay, John Young is at 8 on the Beatles. That's going once, going twice. Mike and the Mechanics is at 15 with Grant Peltzer. Hornsey takes a Dynasty. Sold to Chris. He bought a Kiss Creatures of the Night earlier this week. That's sold to Chris. And then I think we can go ahead and sell Duran Duran. Duran Duran is sold to Troy Robinson. Tanner, both of these to Troy Robinson for $16. Grant Peltzer's at 15 on Mike and the Mechanics. And John Young going twice, going 3 times on Can't Buy Me Love at 8. Never mind. Ivan's at 20. Ivan's at 20 on the Beatles. He went all in, I think. 20 on that. All right, let me put these back up, and let me grab a new crate of vintage. Probably go through one more thorough crate of vintage, also while we're running auctions, and that will probably take us to midnight or a little before, and that's probably where we will stop tonight. But one more thorough crate of vintage will take a good while, especially if I pick out a good one. Ivan's at 20. Ivan went all in, didn't he, John? That's usually what I price those things for anyway. Nice U.S. Capitol pressings. Let's see. That crate there is from last night. That crate was from last night. What's in this crate? This crate, let's see. I see Vanilla Fudge, David Bowie, Babe Ruth, Bananarama, Ginger Baker, It's a Beautiful Day, Dolly, Merle. Let's see what's underneath it. Underneath it is Rare Earth, Frampton, Jackson Brown, Frozen Ghost, Jackson Brown, Kink, Steppenwolf. You can always count on a Jackson Brown. John Prine, Georgia Satellites. Let's see what's on the very bottom. Very bottom is Belinda Carlisle, Michael Jackson single, Ry Cooder, Dave Grusin, Al Stewart, Zappa, Blue Cheer, Starship, The Who. When did I show these? These are priced June 15th. That part of it. These are priced June 17th. I don't know which one to go through. Let's go through this bottom one. It's on the bottom, so probably a lot of people hadn't flipped through it here in the store in some time. What is this? That's heavy. This is heavy. All right. We haven't had a Pablo album, I know. So this bin here, final bin of the night probably. So let's go through this. Everything's sticker price. And if there's anything you decide you want, I will gladly make you a deal on it. If it's a more pricey album, see anything less than $20, probably not a lot of discounts on unless you're bundling. But we'll see, okay? Let me make sure I didn't miss anything over here. I think we can go ahead and sell Ivan, which I think Ivan and Marco, I think that's going to be the same account, right? Marco, Ivan, I'm not for sure. Either way, we're going to go ahead and sell that to Ivan, Villa Veneto. Do we need to put that under Ivan or Marco? Let me know, but mark it down for Ivan right now, $20. And then David C. David C. is at 16 on Mike and the Mechanics. Who was the backup bidder on that? Grant, you're back out. David C. is at 16 on that. Going once, going twice. He said, yeah. Okay. Let's see what's in here. The Who. Who's better, who's best? This is the very best of The Who. VG Plus $24.99. VG Plus $24.99. Get the camera fixed just right. Hot Tuna. America's Choice. Hot Tuna. EX $17.99. Burgers Hot Tuna. VG Plus $14.99. The Great Fantasy, Leslie West from Mountain, VG Plus $19.99. Frank Zappa, Chunga's Revenge, that is a VG Plus $29.99. We have Deanna Carlton on The Who. Sell that to Deanna Carlton. And Tanner, go ahead and sell David C., which I think he's bought from us before. He's a fairly new customer, though. Sell him the Mike and the Mechanics for $16. That's sold to David C. David, I'm pretty sure you've bought with us already, or maybe he has. Okay. Yeah, so David, that's yours. Ivan got the, which goes under Marco's for $20, and then Deanna gets The Who. Okay, Bobby McFerrin, Spontaneous Inventions. Bobby McFerrin's a VG Plus $14.99. LL Cool J, Around the Way Girl. LL Cool J, Around the Way Girl, 12-inch single, of course. VG Plus $19.99. Around the Way Girl, Around the Way, yeah, lots of different mixes of that. VG Plus $14.99, LL Cool J. Frank Zappa, Hot Rats, is a VG Plus $64.99 white label promo on Zappa. White label promo on Zappa, VG Plus $64.99. Looks like a nice VG Plus too. Quicksilver Messenger Service, VG Plus $19.99. James Gang Passing Through. James Gang Passing Through, VG Plus $14.99. Wishbone Ash, Number the Brave, VG Plus $14.99. Starship, No Protection, VG Plus $14.99. Howard Jones, Humans Live, includes the new song What Is Love, Hide and Seek, as seen on MTV, Hype Sticker, VG copy $9.99, gold stamp promo, Howard Jones. Blue Cheer, Ventus Eruptum, VG copy $19.99, and King Crimson, this one's called Islands Lizard, VG copy $24.99, King Crimson. I skipped over a couple folded back on me. We got Smokey Robinson and the Miracles, 4 in blue. Smokey Robinson is a VG Plus $9.99. And Zappa, Zapped, Frank Zappa, VG Plus $24.99. Grant Peltzer takes HJ. HJ was Howard Jones, sold to Grant Peltzer. All right, let me put up some new auctions. I got some more Japanese 7 inches. Let me see what's over here. McCartney, the Stones. Some of these I don't want to sell too cheaply, but I'll put them up. Might need a little bit more than a dollar start, but I think y'all will like these. Let's do, because I got a whole nother stack coming in soon. This is the Eagles Hotel California. We need a $7 start on this one. Eagles Hotel California. This is a pristine Japanese pressing. B-side is Pretty Maids All in a Row. $7 start on the Eagles Hotel California. They've put it in a new sleeve, it looks like. Yeah, this one is pristine. Hotel California, Japanese 7-inch single, complete, original sleeve, the original insert. $7 start on that one. $7 start on that one. All right. Next is Kiss. I Was Made for Loving You. I'll also put that up for a $7 start. Kiss, I Was Made for Loving You. So Hotel California. Calvin's at $7. That's our first auction. I Was Made for Loving You and Hard Times. Hard Times. Kiss. Has a little bit of spotting on it. There's the lyrics. There's the original sleeve. Casablanca. This thing looks nice, but it has a weird sheen to it. It's kind of weird. But the company distributor I got these from marked these at, they marked this at like EX, I think. So that's what I'm going to call it, because a lot of these they listen to, especially the singles. So EX on that, that's Kiss. I Was Made for Loving You. Pretty cool. That's up for bid, $7 start. Looks like that's already got a bid. Looks like the Eagles is up to 10. And we have Grand Funk. Grand Funk. This is Heartbreaker and Mr. Limousine Driver. I believe this one's pristine. It is. This is near mint minus. Grand Funk. I think this opens up. It does. Grand Funk, Heartbreaker, Mr. Limousine Driver. $7 start on that. So we have Grand Funk, the Eagles, and the Kiss. All Japanese 7-inch singles up for bid. Howard Jones, Sold Grant. All right. What was the Smokey label? Smokey Robinson and the Miracles label. Tamala. Brown and yellow. Tamala label. Pretty clean. VG Plus. Kiss is at 7, going once, going twice. Eagles is at 16. It just got another bid. Looking for a $7 start on Grand Funk. Richie Valens, his Greatest Hits Volume 2. Richie Valens, his Greatest Hits Volume 2. VG, $24.99. The Who by Numbers. The Who by Numbers is a VG Plus $14.99. Grace Jones, Island Life, is a VG Plus $34.99. Gypsy, Gabor Zabo. I feel like I'm not saying his name right. Hold on a second. Gabor Zabo. I think I'm pretty close. This is 1966 sealed. Never opened on ABC Impulse. $59.99 sealed. Eagles 15, Eagles 16, Eagles 17. Wow, they're battling it out. Eagles 18, Eagles 20. Does Blue Cheer have any seam splits? I'm pretty sure it does. It's almost impossible to find one without some kind of split or damage to it. Actually, the bottom seam has just got some chipping. It's not split yet. And this one has about a 1-inch seam split at the top. This album's always worn out. VG copy, $19.99. Cover's not too bad, though. It's still a VG. Probably with that seam split, probably a VG minus. So, all right. The Merle Travis guitar. Merle Travis guitar is $12.99. Small Faces, Wham Bam. Small Faces, $24.99. Al Stewart, 24 carats, $19.99. Jimmy Page, Outrider with hype sticker, featuring guest vocalist John Miles, Chris Farlow, Robert Plant. Includes the hit Wasting My Time, $34.99. Jimmy Page solo album. Ramsey Lewis, Funky Serenity. Funky Serenity, $9.99. Shrink wrap and hype sticker. Jimmy Smith's Greatest Hits on Blue Note, and it's not priced. I will say $24.99. Jimmy Smith's Greatest Hits. Dave Grusin, Night Lines, and shrink wrap and hype sticker featuring Phoebe Snow, David Sanborn, Randy Goodrum. That is $9.99. Okay. Kiss is going twice, going 3 times. High bid on Kiss is just $7. Calvin Ward. Calvin has Kiss for $7. That's going twice, going 3 times. Still looking for a $7 start in Grand Funk. And David C. I'm calling you David C. because I don't know if I can get your name out accurately. So, well, you're David C. Calvin Ward. Never mind. Calvin's at 22. So 22 on the Eagles. Final call on the Kiss. And then we're looking for $7 on Heartbreaker. That will be a bot now if no one bids pretty soon. Milt Jackson. Olinga, maybe. That is $24.99. Calvin's at 22 on the Eagles. That's going twice, going 3 times because David C. says he's out. So I'm about to sell that, Kiss, and Grand Funk pretty soon. Wes Montgomery down here on the ground. Wes Montgomery is sealed. 1968, $34.99. That's also sealed, never opened. Tom Cochrane and Red Rider. It's spelled differently. I would say Tom Cochran, which may be accurate, but it's A-N-E, so that may be Cochran. $19.99. $19.99. Would I do $15 for Blue Cheer? Absolutely. Sold $15, David Paris. Blue Cheer. All right, let's go ahead. While Tanner's tagging that, I'll give him a couple others to tag. Kiss is sold for $7. A deal, in my opinion, to Calvin Ward. $7, Kiss. 22 to Calvin Ward on the Eagles. And does anybody want Heartbreaker? It can be yours right now for $6.99. Japanese 7-inch single. I promise you I paid more than that for it. It probably cost me $7 to have it shipped here. $6.99 on Grand Funk. Would you take $29.99 for the Wes Montgomery? The sealed Wes Montgomery that's sealed? I sure will. Sell that to Derek Hartman for $29.99. Chris Kirkley said he would give $28 for Jimmy Page. Sold. Chris Kirkley, $28. Jimmy Page. Keep making offers. I'll keep selling them to you. Robert Plant, shaken and stirred, is $19.99. Robert Plant, shaken and stirred, $19.99. John Paul Jones, the bass player from Led Zeppelin. This is a soundtrack he did. Music from the film Scream for Help. And also on here is Jimmy Page from Led Zeppelin, John Anderson, lead singer from Yes, and John Paul Jones himself. That is $19.99. Would I do Hot Rats for $45? I had $65 on that. I will do it for $55. I will do it for $55. It's a white label promo, VG+. Rycooter, Get Rhythm. Rycooter is $19.99. Sherry said she'll take the Grand Funk for $7. So sell that to Sherry, whichever's easier for you, Tanner. $7 or $6.99. $6.99. Okay. Sally Zhao, I need you to check your messages, please. We have Peter Frampton, Wind of Change, $19.99. Peter Frampton, Wind of Change. Elton John, Jump Up, $19.99. And Elton John, Breaking Hearts. Breaking Hearts is a Qui-X pressing, limited edition, which means it's like on better quality vinyl. And this is $19.99. Gold stamp bro. Some people, I used to call it QX. I think this is maybe pronounced Qui-X, kind of like quiet, but I don't know, $19.99. Laura Loftus on Elton John. Laura, let me know which one, Jump Up or Breaking Hearts. Michael, I cannot discount Creatures of the Night. That is a new LP. We really don't discount new LP unless I'm doing certain old stock on sale. And also, that record is, I think, a deal at $44.99. And I have sold over 30 copies of them, so I can't do that. But $44.99 and it's yours. Elton John, Laura Loftus, not Loftus, Loftus, sorry Laura, you get both of the Elton John. 50 for Hot Rats. Well, technically 55 was the middle, but since we lowered, I guess there's a new middle. I'll go ahead and sell that to you. Luke, you get Hot Rats for $50. Sell that to Luke Mitchell. Every Mother's Son is $14.99. Every Mother's Son. Roy Gallagher, The Story So Far. Roy Gallagher is $19.99. Tin Machine, that is David Bowie, and this is a 12-inch single. Tin Machine, that is $19.99. Under the God, the first track and video from the forthcoming album, Tin Machine. So this is an early, perhaps the first single before the album was released. David Bowie, Tin Machine, that is $19.99. Charlie Daniels Band, Way Down Yonder. I always like this cover. His own Charlie Daniels whiskey bottle. Looks like Jack Daniels. $24.99. Gatefold on the Kama Sutra label. That is $24.99. Charlie Daniels, Coleman Hawkins, Jazz at the Philharmonic. That is $14.99. We have Ricky Lee Jones. Ricky Lee Jones is $14.99. Music from the film Gothic, composed by Thomas Dolby. That is a gold stamp promo, $19.99. Whew, I can't even read this. Looks like Rage Random Funk, Schnitt Oct. Red vinyl, Random Funk. Huh, Cheetah Records. Red vinyl, $14.99. Looks like a 12-inch single. Looks like some kind of 1992. Wow, 1992. Let me kick these around. What was the Tin Machine? Tin Machine was a 12-inch single, Walt, Under the God, David Bowie, first track and video from the forthcoming album. Near Mint, written, produced by David Bowie. Of course, a genius. What is this? This looks like I need to put on Discogs or eBay. Amon Duul, AMONDUUL2, Dance of the Lemmings. 2 LP United Artist, $49.99. Does anybody know what that is? It looks very strange. $49.99. This is the kind of stuff we used to never put it out for sale. Now we do, but eventually we put it on eBay or Discogs. I would love to sell it to y'all. That's why we go ahead and pull it out, because sometimes we have a weird record like that, and someone's like, oh, yes, I went to high school with them. I'll take it. Bee Gees, Rare and Precious and Beautiful, $19.99. Human League, Do You Want Me, 12-inch single, $19.99. Paul Carrick, One Good Reason. Paul Carrick, that's a 12-inch single, or is it? No, this is a full album. $14.99. Paul Carrick, One Good Reason. Featuring Don't Shed a Tear, One Good Reason, Bottom Button Off My Shirt, and Give Me a Chance. $14.99. The Carpenters. The Carpenters is $9.99. Amon Duul is German Krautrock. There you go. I doubt anybody went to high school with them. Michael Jackson, Black or White, 12-inch single. Says limited edition pressing, $26.99. This is from his Dangerous album, 1991. 1991, 12-inch single, Michael Jackson, Black or White, $26.99. Deanna Carlton on Paul Carrick. We have Prince, Sign of the Times, 1987 specialty press, $59.99. Prince, Sign of the Times, $59.99. Paul Brothers takes the Michael Jackson. We have Prince. Can't believe no one bought that the first round. Another Prince. This is a 12-inch single. We got a lot of Prince singles. Probably get all those together one day, make a bundle deal, or put them up for auction or something. He also bundles all of his words together. Another lover, hole in your head. I think that's what that says. $19.99. Kiss. I think that's the hit A-side off this 12-inch single. Same price. Wow, great concert. Beach Boys. That's a Pickwick pressing. $12.99. It's a Beach Boys concert. Greatest Hits of Johnny Cash Volume 3. It's a promo copy. Has some cover damage at the top. $19.99. Columbia White Label promo. $19.99. Gene Chandler, Duke of Earl. This is a reissue on the upfront label. $14.99. Not an easy original to find. We had a Japanese press one night on red vinyl. $14.99, Duke of Earl. Harry Chapman, Short Stories, is $9.99. We've got Bill Haley and his Comets, $19.99. How much is Amon Duul? It was $49.99. $49.99. Looked very nice as far as the vinyl cover was nice too. Strictly Instrumental, Bill Haley and his Comets, $39.99. 1960 Decca mono pressing. Pretty clean. I'm going to call it EX. That feels like I don't know if that's not vinyl, but I don't know if this is vinyl. It should be, but it don't It don't feel like it. What's the other stuff they used? It smells like shellac. Styrene? Yeah, it may be styrene. You can smell a shellac. It's got a unique odor. If you're a true record collector, you can smell records. You can say, hey, I know what that is by the smell of it. PVC, one of the two. Friends of distinction. If you've handled as many, there's no telling how many physical LPs I've touched in the last 5 years, and 45s, probably close to, I don't know, a lot. 1999, Friends of Distinction, whatever, 1999. What do we have here? Fumble? Is that what that says? Fumble. Fumble. That is $14.99. Al Stewart, Time Passages, $14.99. Al Stewart, Time Passages. Jefferson Starship, Red Octopus, $19.99. Bruce Springsteen, Greetings from Asbury Park, is $19.99. Bill, Miles, yeah, this has got Miles Davis on it. This is Jazz Composition featuring Bill Evans, Miles Davis, Phil Woods, J.J. Johnson, Art Farmer, and Joe Wilder. That is $24.99 in shrink wrap. Last record, Belinda Carlisle, I Get Weak. Belinda Carlisle is $14.99. Okay, I'm just going to read titles. If there's anything you want, you can claim it. You can ask the price. You can make me an offer. And this is probably where we're going to stop tonight because it's probably going to take 10 more minutes to finish this crate. We'll be back live tomorrow night. And if there's any request, not stuff I have to go physically look for, but if you're like, hey, Chad, I'll take a copy of that Pulp Fiction soundtrack for $36.99 that you showed Tuesday night. I'll take that. I can do stuff like that, no problem. Or if you've seen something in a crate from earlier tonight, you might want to go ahead and remind me. Otherwise, it could get lost for weeks. We recondense these crates, we stack them, and there'll be somebody messages on Sunday, hey, I don't know, something. I will love to take that. Hot tuna is EX $17.99. Burgers Hot Tuna, Leslie West, Frank Zappa, Bobby McFerrin, LL Cool J, Quicksilver, James Gang, Wishbone Ash, Starship, King Crimson, Frank Zappa, Smokey Robinson, Richie Valens, The Who, Grace Jones, Gabor Zabo. Let's see, Springsteen, ZZ Top Fandango. I'll have to find that. Troy Robinson said Prince bundle. Let me find that for you. That was right in here. It was 2 12-inch singles and then the album. Let me get that for Troy. 20 for Miles Comp. Sell that to Eric Wayne. Sell that to Eric Wayne for $20. We have, this is sealed. It is sealed 1966, $59.99. It's never been opened before. Merle Travis, Small Faces, Al Stewart, Ramsey Lewis, Jimmy Smith, 28 for Grace Jones. Grace Jones. Sell that to Aaron Gardner. That's an impossible human pose. You cannot possibly stand like that. That was photoshopped. Impossible. Tanner, try to stand like that. I guarantee you can't. It's impossible. That's a true fact, too. You cannot humanly stand like that. Dave Grusin and Milt Jackson. Tom Cochran, Robert Plant, John Paul Jones, Ry Cooter. Prince bundle. Prince, I'm going to put that one in for $50. And if you're buying that, I will do half off these two 12-inch singles. So $50, $60, $70. $70 for the three. Troy Robinson. Peter Frampton, Every Mother's Son, Roy Gallagher, the Rage Random Funk, Tin Machine, Charlie Daniels, Coleman Hawkins, Ricky Lee Jones. The first person who told me about that Gray Slick cover was Wayne Titsworth. Or not Gray Slick, Grace Jones. And I was like, what? He's like, yeah, a human cannot stand like that. So I looked it up, and sure enough, it's like impossible. Gothic, the Amon Duel, Bee Gees, Human League, Carpenters, Beach Boys, Johnny Cash, Gene Chandler, Harry Chapman, Bill Haley, Friends of Distinction, Fumble, Al Stewart, Jefferson Starship, and Belinda Carlisle. I only needed two 12-inch singles. Okay, well, if that album's out of the equation, then I will do 15 each on those. So that would be $30 for both of those. $30 for both of those. Looking for Jeff Healey Band. That is kind of difficult to get. Jeff Healey, we had one, not even the popular one. We have one of his lesser albums the other night. Not the other night. It's been about a month ago. It went crazy at auction. So let's see here. Milt Jackson. Let me find that. That was, so Luke is the next comment. Let me find Milt Jackson. Milt Jackson is the Olinga, and that is $24.99. Olinga. Does Jefferson Starship have the bonus 7-inch single? Let me check. Troy Robinson said sold. That's $30 for both of those. And $5.99 for Dave Grusin. So Prince, Belinda Carlisle's Jefferson Starship. This one here, which one has a 7-inch single? Someone told me that the other night, and I think I've had thousands of Jefferson Starship albums, and I've never seen any of them with a 7-inch single. That must be very difficult to find, because I don't think we've ever marked a Jefferson Starship with a bonus 7-inch single. Dave Grusin, $5.99. This thing is pristine. Scott, $7.99. $7.99, Scott. Price on LL Cool J. It was a VG Plus. LL Cool J was a VG Plus, $19.99. VG Plus, $19.99. How much was Richie Valens? Richie Valens was a VG Plus, $24.99. Gene Chandler was a reissue, yes, up front. Up front was the label. Chris Kirkley, Belinda Carlisle, 7. Belinda Carlisle, 10. Actually, it's gold that has the bonus. Yes, okay. That's what somebody was saying. NXS. I don't have, I've only got NXS Greatest Hits, and I got NXS Kick. NXS Kick and NXS Greatest Hits. That's the only two NXS albums I have. Price on Gothic. I think it was $19.99. $19.99. Where's Gothic? Go a little bit further back. May not went further back again. I'm going to flip through every one of them. Yep, didn't go further back. Where's Gothic? Unbelievable. There it is. Gothic is $19.99. $19.99. Okay, so Scott Snee, price on Gothic, $19.99. Scott Snee said, okay, Tanner, that was for Dave Grusin, $7.99 for Scott Snee. Ivan said he will get Richie Valens. Sell that to Ivan. We're having another show tomorrow night. Make sure you're in our group. Any new buyers, David, maybe even Derek Paris. I know you're fairly new. Make sure y'all are in our Facebook group. It's called Whole Lot of Records. If you're not, message our page right now. We will send you a link. You need to be in our group. That's where we make announcements. It's impossible to make an announcement on our main page. It takes 2 days for just half of our, not even half, but 10% of our followers to see it. So group is very effective because a lot of people go there and check stuff, etc. So Greatest Hits is $48.99. NXS Greatest Hits, $48.99. So who asked about this? I said $9.99 on this. That was for Chris Kirkley. Chris, let me know. LL Cool J, that was for David. Let me know if you want that or pass. And then Derek Paris, Gothic was $19.99. Gold stamp promo. That was the last 3 requests in there. Anybody else before we end for tonight? And we'll be back most likely tomorrow night, unless I decide not to, which y'all know me. I'd probably rather be here than literally anywhere else. Maybe Augusta National Golf Club, but not at midnight. I would like to be teeing off there in the morning about 11 o'clock. That'd be nice. It probably don't look very good right now. They only keep that place in tip-top shape for a few times of the year. Okay, he passes, and LL Cool J is a VG Plus 1999. It's a 12. If there will be nothing else, we're ending the feed. Thanks for watching. We've got to do some cleaning up. We also got some other stuff to tag, but we can do that tomorrow night. That's usually when we do all of our little extra stuff. Thanks for watching. We are signing off. Make sure you're in our group. You'll see us live at 7. If not, I'll probably won't see you again until Tuesday, but we'll probably be here tomorrow night selling records. So thanks. And